Hi everyone, and welcome to my first Keynote tutorial. Today we will be learning about the Slide Master, and this is just a fantastic tool to save you hours and hours of formatting when creating a presentation on Keynote, and you can also use it to create a really fun and unique presentation, so I'll hope you enjoy. By the end of this video you'll have a really in-depth understanding of the Slide Master, as well as be able to locate and edit and use various tools such as images, text, and backgrounds. This video is perfect for anyone who is just starting out with Keynote, you've never used it before maybe, or you've got a little bit of experience but don't really know how the Slide Master works or what you can do with it. So I hope you enjoy, and please keep watching.
I would just like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we are located and pay my respects to elders past, present, and emerging. Let's jump straight into it, shall we? So the first page that you're going to see when you first open your Keynote app will be this one. Here is where you can choose a theme if you like, and sort of just the layout of your presentation. So this is just the basis. We can, as you can see, there's many different themes you can choose from, lots of different options. It just sort of depends on what kind of presentation you're going for or who you're creating it for, anything like that. As you can see, I have created a work menu with a Renaissance theme previously, and that's just there in my recents. For today, we will be doing just a classic white. So let's just click onto that, and that'll open up your presentation and begin. So what we're going to be learning today is the Slide Master. So this is an extremely useful tool. If you've ever used PowerPoint, you would have some idea of what a Slide Master does, but essentially, once you create a Slide Master, all of your slides have the potential to be the exact same. So this is very helpful if you're creating a presentation, say, for a company, and you need to keep a consistent theme, such as colors, text, font, logo, anything like that. It can be consistent. So every time you add a new slide, those same aspects of your presentation will be carried over through each slide, and you don't have to add them in every single time you create a new slide. So what we're starting with here is just our presentation slide, and to start editing the Slide Master, we go down here onto the side, select Edit Slide Layout, and it brings up all your different slides that you have the option to edit in the side on the left hand side over here. So you've got your title slide, which is this one. You've got any sort of slide that you like. So you might not want to use every slide that they have available. So if you don't, you just need to edit the slides that you will be using for your presentation, so that every time you add a new one of those slides, everything will carry over. So say we wanted to add a color for our title slide, and we want it to be on every title slide that we create from here on out. So we go into Format tab, over here Background, you've got the option for color, you can do a gradient, image. That's just a few of our options. You can open up our color wheel, so that lets you drag and choose any sort of color that you can imagine. For today, I'm just going to be doing a basic, nice light yellow. So that's our title slide. We click down here, click done. Now, every time we add a new slide and we choose the title slide, that yellow is going to be consistent throughout that. So I'm going to just use this yellow and change a few of the other slides that I'll be using for this example, and I'll be back. So as you can see, I've added in a couple more slides for this presentation example, and we're going to learn as well if you wanted to add, say, an image for a logo onto each one of your slides. So we go back into Edit Slide Layout, and if you have an image in mind, say I was doing this for university, you go up here into Media, we go Choose, and I've got the USC logo here, so I'm going to insert that. That comes up quite large. I'm going to shrink it down a fair bit because we just want it up in like a top corner over here. So this sort of is just going to carry on throughout every title slide that we've created here. So we click done, and now that's a permanent part of our title slide. If we want to add it to our other slides, we simply go into the ones you can see here, the ones I've already edited. We simply right click on our USC logo, we click copy, and then we just paste that into each one of our slides that I've already edited. For the other ones, I am not using them in this example, but if you were to use them, you could edit all of them so that they're all the same. And that way, when you add any kind of a new slide into your presentation, they're all going to have the same logo and background that we've created so far. So that's all done. We click finished, and you can see now that the USC logo is in every slide that I've created here. And if I wanted to add a new slide, that logo is going to be carried on as well, same as the background color that we've already popped in there. Another aspect that we're able to change in the slide master is our font and our text. So we go back into edit slide layout. Say if we want just the title here, we don't want this at all, we just click on it so that it's highlighted around the edges. You can see there, hit our delete key, and that will get rid of it on every title slide that we've created or create in the future. You can also change the font. So for our title, we go into text. We can choose from a massive range of texts. If you've ever used Word or PowerPoint, you know just how many options there are for this. So anything that sort of grabs your fancy. I personally enjoy American typewriter. I think that it's quite easy to read, and it stands out quite nicely. So that automatically comes in bold, but you can change it to a semi-bold. You've got all these other options for that as well. I would like to keep it maybe in a semi-bold, nice and clear and easy to read. Here we can change the text color as well. So at the moment, obviously it's black, but you've got so many different options here. So something like this obviously is going to make it quite difficult for people with vision impairments to see. So I like to go something that's like nice and contrasting on the color wheel. So we can actually open up our color wheel here and maybe go with like a nice dark red, and here you can actually choose to make it darker or lighter as well. So go nice deep red for that, and that has automatically changed the font and the style throughout every title slide. Say if we wanted to change the author and date down here as well, might want to make that a different font, maybe something a bit bold, so an impact. You can make it a little bit bigger if you like, just there, and maybe keep it in regular and just leave it as black. Now click out and we click done down here, and then that will carry throughout our presentation as well. So when you're in Slide Master, here, like we have here, we also are able to drag around and choose where we want to position our text. So if you click onto this box, you can move it anywhere on the screen that you like. It comes up with guidelines, so you can see down the middle there, and then if you want it exactly in the middle, it will come up with another guideline just along there. And you can see that is very helpful when positioning your text. Another little trick that I just want to show you, or another little basic that I just want to show you, is replacing an image. So most of our image slides will come with images that are already on there. So to replace it, we just click onto the image, go over onto the right hand side in format, click on image and click replace, and you can choose from any image. I've got one already downloaded, so I'm just going to pop that in there, and that pops that there. And then you are actually able to edit your image. So in the style, you can choose to have it with a border. You could maybe have it like that, or you could just have it plain like we had before. And then here's the option for a shadow. So maybe like a drop shadow. You can choose the angle of it. You can move that around. All different little adjustment tools here, which I find quite interesting and just a fun little aspect. I just want to thank you all for sitting through this tutorial with me on how to use a slide master and a bonus little tool of replacing an image. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Have a good day. I'd also like to add in that if you want to further your learning at all, LinkedIn Learning has some fantastic Keynote tutorials. This one here is one of my favorite. It's just Keynote Essential Training, and it goes for 3 hours, and it teaches you everything that you need to know. This was what I first used when I was learning how to use Keynote, and I think it's a fantastic extra source to use. So enjoy.